Hello, beautiful soul family. It is Hannah Love. Today I wanted to talk about the importance of intuitively guiding our clients because not everybody learns the same. Have you ever seen an advertisement that said, "This is the number one strategy that works for everyone to completely and massively uplevel your blank, blank, blank," or whatever the goal was? Like maybe it was to massively uplevel your wealth or attract in more clients or be able to create a larger impact, whatever it was. And I'm telling you that that is a load of BS unless it was an intuitive one-on-one guidance program or even coaching. Because everybody learns differently. Yes, one strategy may work for 70% of people, but that same strategy may not work for 30% of people. So if you're advertising and saying this is the number one strategy that works for everybody, and then you have a client that is not getting results, it is because that person and an individual learns differently, and everybody learns differently. Not one strategy is going to work for every person on this earth. Otherwise, everyone would be implementing and doing the same strategies all the time, We would all be like robots. But we're all made equally but uniquely different. We all learn uniquely differently. Uniquely different, whatever. So, example, like I grew up really struggling with mathematics and I just didn't understand it, and the teachers would explain it in a way that didn't make sense to me until I was in high school and I moved to Michigan, and my aunt was a math teacher. Bless her heart. She was my math teacher and she explained it in such an intuitive way and was able to read my energy and understand what I wasn't understanding. She was implementing a strategy for me that worked for me because she was reading my energy, she was tapping into her own intuition and explaining in a way that made sense to me because her strategy worked for me because she had an intuitive approach towards it. That's what coaches and what your services are supposed to provide. We're supposed to provide, guidance and information that makes sense to, your clients so they're able to create massive results. That's why we're here. That's why light workers are here, to create and implement massive transformations in an individual's life. And so, just that alone was able to help me like massively up level my own math skills because she implemented a strategy that worked for me. So that's why it's important to be able to tap into our own intuition and tap into source energy when we are guiding our clients and offering them, different options, okay? Tapping into source and saying, okay, source, what does this client need to hear today? How can I best serve them? What will best serve them? And maybe you'll get, maybe you'll get an intuitive download and only say one thing or a couple of things. But whatever it is that you're speaking to them, you can trust that whatever source tells you that is exactly what they need to hear based off of, their response and, what feels good for them. So you can tell if a client intuitively feels good about a strategy that you tell them or guidance that you provide for them by the way they react. Like, oh, that feels really good, or oh, I don't know. I mean, they might lean backwards. You can always tell when someone isn't about something or something doesn't feel right if they lean away from it, but then if they lean towards it, that means it feels good. Or you can kind of hear it in their voice, like, I don't know, that kind of works, or yes, that feels really good. So always doing things from a place of intuition and asking source, like, what does this client need to hear today? How can I best serve them? And if you're struggling with being able to tap into your intuition and really trusting that intuition, it is very important to practice trusting that intuition and having faith in that intuition. So a way you could do that is getting into a meditative state, going on YouTube, getting into a meditative state and asking the creator, source energy, different questions. And then seeing like if those questions are answered throughout your day. And that can build up your trust and your faith in your own intuition. And I actually teach my clients how to lead from a place of intuition, how to always ask the creator and source energy, okay, is this right? Does this feel aligned? Because if you're doing what feels right and feels aligned, you're in flow. and everything just works out easily. Your clients start to flow towards you. Creating content is fun, you enjoy it, or you just do what feels right, and nothing ever feels forced. Because if you're doing things from a place of obligations where you think you have to do it, then it only creates self-doubt and self-judgment. And then you go down into this spiral of comparison, or this or I'm not good enough, or things don't work out for me, blah blah blah, or whatever story you tell yourself. So when you're operating from a place of intuition and what feels right and what feels good, then you're able to flow, you're able to create the massive results for your clients, and you're able to receive massive results for your clients. And this is what I teach in my Heaven on Earth coaching program. I always teach my clients what resonates with them, what feels right. I never tell my clients, you have to do this, or it's just never going to work out for you, or this is the one strategy that works for everyone. No, I always say do what feels right, do what feels good, and lead by intuition, lead by having a balance, between logic, but between always tapping into source energy and asking source, okay, what does source say about this, and how can I lead today? So if you're interested in my Heaven on Earth coaching program, if you want to massively up-level your intuition, income, and impact, DM me, and I would love to have you